Welcome back, folks, to another episode of Preview Review. With me always is my good friend Kev. Kev, today's a special day, my friend. Today is your birthday.
Oh.
So happy birthday, Kev. Happy birthday, buddy.
Thank
Ripe
you.
old age of 22.
That's right. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. And what a fitting present. A Fantastic Four trailer.
Yeah.
Third time's a charm, baby. We gonna do
on
it
on your birthday.
How are we feeling about it, James? You think this is gonna be
I saw Pedro Pascal's haircut. That's all I've seen so far, and it's quite nice. Quite retro. That's all I got.
do you think this will break the Fantastic Four curse? Is this gonna be the good one?
I mean, third time's a charm, right? For the origin story, I suppose. This is what is this? Technically the fifth Fantastic Four movie.
That many? I think you're right. Wow. Oof. I blacked a couple of those out.
Yeah, there's a couple sequels that I forget exist. So we'll see. I have hopes, but Marvel's track record right now is less than impressive post Endgame. So we shall see. Cautiously, not optimistic, cautiously, just cautious. Just right in the middle, just cautious. That's the middle level for us.
Yeah. Just gonna stay here.
So I don't know. We'll see. Not sure. Name of the game, folks, is Preview Review. So we are going to review the preview. This trailer only. It's the only one. I have not seen it. Sounds like Kev has seen a little bit of it. So we're going to see here. Kev, any final thoughts before I push this in?
No, I'm locked and loaded, gang.
All right, let's do this then. I'm going to present this. Let's get us off to the side and ready. This is the Fantastic Four trailer. That's the wrong button. That came out earlier today. Marvel's Fantastic Four. Got to go to the downloads because that's where I dropped this thing. There she is. Here we go. Oh, there's the dancing scene right to start with. It looks like here. I can just see the picture of it.
Wow, folks, we all know the story.
Oh, the Ted Gilbert Show. Classic.
Astronauts head up into space and come back forever changed.
This car?
Our city, our planet.
Team player.
We're debt to these intrepid
the old
souls. And while we can never repay them,
see him not super depressed.
Thank you, Fantastic Four. Thank you.
First time.
Thank you, Fantastic Four!
please welcome the Fantastic Four.
In the movie, nothing really.
Now their old apartment.
Herbie, how's that sauce looking?
Herbie.
Okay. That is fantastic.
You're late.
Oh, I see what they did.
What do you mean? What do I mean? You're late for dinner.
Yes, we are.
You late?
I just said that.
Are you pregnant?
What? You're gonna be the best mom in the world. And you are gonna be the best dad. Just kidding. You are out of your depth. We are gonna be the best uncles ever.
We can do this. Nothing's going to change.
Perfect Johnny casting.
Yeah, he's great, actually. I think he's pretty good. Oh, this is bad.
Good God.
Are
This is
you the
not good.
protectors of this world?
Oh, shit.
Yes, we are.
Your planet is now marked for death.
It's my fault. I stretched the bounds of space. And they hurt.
Classic Reed.
Are we safe?
That was the haircut I saw.
I don't know.
Don't lie. Can't lie.
I'm not giving up. We will face this together. We will fight it together. As a family.
Family, Kev.
Family.
Has to be us.
Die.
We will protect you.
Oh, Reed, you're in too deep, brother. Well, there it is.
I'll agree with you that perfectly cast Johnny Storm. He's fantastic.
Dude,
Bam,
man.
I did it. I got it.
Just
He's
bam.
good. Got that Stranger Things role and skyrocketed him right to this movie. Good for him.
It's going to be a great fit. And as I mentioned while we were watching it, I am very happy to see that for at least a portion of this movie, we will not have depressed, near end game levels of Ben Grimm, because a lot of times, in a lot of these different stories, he's the one who kind of gets the raw deal, right? Everybody else has powers that can kind of turn off, and he's just a giant rock all the time. So he hates that in some versions of the Fantastic Four. I think that will probably come around at some point. Since
I thought in some of the previous trailers he was kind of sad a little bit too much, so that was good to see a different side of him here.
And we also have a mention of what I can only assume will be Franklin Richards, one of...
Is that Kid?
Yep. One of the more important characters when you get really deep into the Marvel rabbit hole. One of the more powerful characters of all time, as you could imagine, being the child of Reed Richards and Sue Storm. So that's a pretty big reveal, multiple pretty big reveals in a trailer, James. So you already know that there's no way this thing's getting a 10 from me, gang. But what did you think about what we just learned?
I think I liked Silver Surfer. Pretty excited. I thought that was pretty good. Pretty good reveal. Like the look, looks correct. Doesn't matter. That one doesn't matter to me that it was gender swapped. I don't care. That one's fine. That's an easy one. I think she thought she sounded great. That's Galactus, right? What they're dealing with.
Yes.
Is that right?
Mm-hmm. Those would be the giant feet you saw at the end.
Yeah, I thought the giant feet was a little on the nose, but
you've already told us. I mean, you could
yeah,
have at least left that to the imagination, James.
Right? Yeah, the shadow was fine.
Like
the shadow's a cool look. Like we know what he looks like.
Yeah, and even to go as far as saying with certainty that it is Galactus. Like, yes, the Silver Surfer is the herald of Galactus, but that's not the only thing the Silver Surfer ever does. It's not a guarantee that if you see the Silver Surfer, it means Galactus is coming. So they could have at least left that part out for me, for the way that I like my trailers, where I'm saying, hey, let me find out some of this when I'm at the theater. Otherwise, you run the risk of showing me too much. And if I know what the story is, then I know whether or not I want to just wait for it to be on stream. And save. I think
they've announced that Galactus is the villain. I think that's probably part of it, right? It's already a known thing, so that's part of that. They've announced it, so that's kind of like it's not.
That's fair
thing. So that's why it's in there. I think the pregnancy reveal is kind of because I think somebody hinted at it in one of the former trailers. Like I've seen theories of it, so I would have left that out. I like the vibe. I like this. It's like a retro futuristic vibe, which is an oxymoron, but it looks kind of dope. We still don't know any idea how these guys are going to end up in Marvel proper for 616 or whatever you want to call it, for lack of a better term on it. They don't show anything of that, which I'm good with. I like the characters. I think they did a good job casting. And we'll see. I would say my excitement level is still the same after this. Like it's a good trailer, not great, but I'm just writing them like I'm just like the casting's good. Like it looks like I like the Silver Surfer. I like Johnny Storm. I just don't know. I gotta see it. Like Marvel's just not been very good recently.
Yeah, and they mentioned the incursions. At least I guess I'm jumping to a few conclusions there, but when Reed mentions to Sue that this is my fault, I played with space-time or however he said it.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah,
I'm assuming that he does something to create some kind of incursion, or I think that's probably how they get brought into the main MCU. Would be
make the
my
most
guess.
sense, yeah.
Unless they're going, unless Galactus does actually eat their Earth, and then maybe somebody else comes and saves them for battle.
Doctor
planet.
Strange and his third eye come and save him.
Yeah, somebody grabs a portal and brings him into the Doom planet that he makes, Battle World or whatever.
Something like that, yeah.
But yeah, I agree with you. I want to go back to what you said about the pregnancy reveal. To me, I would have left that one in the movie too, because it's one of those that it would work. It works on two levels, because as far as a movie plot point, the fact that these superheroes, one of them's pregnant, like, so she's probably not going to be able to fight crime anymore. That's going to have an impact on the team dynamic and how everybody does everything. So that's a good plot point, again, and not one that is essential to your elevator pitch. Like, if you had 1 to 2 sentences to tell me about this movie, James, her being pregnant probably doesn't make the cut.
It's not.
And so with the fans that really like these storylines and have enjoyed Fantastic Four comics, having Franklin Richards being a cameo, maybe it's not as fulfilling to have it be just a vocal, a line of dialogue, but technically she's pregnant with him, so that character now exists. Like, that's a pretty big moment for the sickos, for the fans that are deep into it, like, oh God, Franklin Richards, this is going to be awesome. So it's a great moment to have that I don't think helps you sell any tickets. So you're not upping your sales by doing it, and you're watering down the experience for the fans you already have. And that's why I think it's a unnecessary addition.
It's just not needed.
Would have been a cool reveal. Why is it here? Kind of, reminds me of...
Yeah, that one I can... Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, it reminds me of The Flash, when they had that scene where they hid Michael Keaton Batman, even though because of Ezra's behaviors, they had to make all the trailers about Batman. So it's like, I can see you guys trying to make this a secret, but then you ruined it with all the trailers. How am I? Of course, I already know who it is.
Your hand was forced.
The whole scene is dumb. Your marketing ruined part of the movie for me.
Yep, that's kind of... I can forgive the Galactus stuff a little bit just because it's been announced already, but that's just seems unnecessary to show in a trailer. It's a fun, like you said, a fun scene in the movie where all fans are like, oh shit, it's Franklin Richards, and then other people are like, oh my God, like, she's now pregnant and this is happening, this is bad, like, there's a whole... So it's kind of been ruined a little bit.
Yeah, and even the Galactus thing. So I didn't read the articles. Maybe at one point we talked about it. If it popped up on a Monday as one of our quick topics, it may have been mentioned. But the way that I enjoy movies is not really following the insider stuff. So I try to avoid spoilers. If I see stuff about production outside of castings, I try not to look at it. So if I see something spoilers, or if somebody filters a leak, I'll probably avoid that stuff. So I didn't know that Galactus was the villain, because I didn't want to do too much research to see what this movie was going to be about, because it's a Fantastic Four. But now I know, and it again doesn't sell me on the movie personally. So let us know in the comments if knowing for a fact that Galactus is a part of this movie is a selling point for you, because I'm not sitting here thinking that I speak for everyone on this particular one, because I think for a lot of people Galactus might sell it a little bit. But to me, it's like there's different lanes of your marketing, and you can have these articles that go out and these Twitter posts and all this different stuff that go deeper into the behind the scenes. But when you're just trying to sell it through a trailer, I will always say this: less is more. You don't need to give me too much. So, but what do you think, James? Were you fine with the Galactus part? I thought the Silver Surfer would have been enough, is what I'm saying.
I guess I'm just a little bit on the other side because I already knew it. So I thought the shadow thing was fine, like the ominous shadow. I thought the steps at the end was a little on the nose for my liking. Like, we know he's huge. We know he's a celestial. Like, it's not rocket. Like, it's known, right? So I thought that was a little on the nose, but otherwise I was fine with it.
They can't help their.
But I
comedy.
also would have been cool. I also would have been cool with just Silver Surfer. Would have been cool that way too. So
overall, though, not bad.
not bad. I think
I'm
it's
with
7
you.
for me. I think it's
in the middle.
I think it's a 7 for me. Like I like the tone of it. I like the thought. I have some hopes for it, but it's just nah. You know, like I think Johnny Storm. I think they're cast well. Just kind of just teetering, and this one didn't do it really for me to be like, oh shit, this is it. This is what I want.
So I'm probably right there with you, and I will just add one more thought. This is much more into the theory crafting of it all. So a little bonus content in your preview review. There's something that I've seen that maybe I'm reaching here, but looking at what we've gained from the story in the trailer so far, Reed Richards does some crazy super science like he likes to do. Tests the bounds of reality and gets a giant world-eating celestial sent after his planet, saying things like, we will protect you, to at least the American media and the American people at large, if not the world. These are potentially the kind of traits that could set this Reed up for becoming the Maker. If we look at a Marvel cinematic universe that is thirsty for good villains and having a not necessarily misunderstood, but someone who has very good intentions early on, who over the course of time and significant loss eventually becoming the major villain, because the Maker, Reed Richards, is one of the most OP villains out there in certain comic book runs. And so that would be fun to watch. That's probably not going to happen. That's just going to be my own little head canon.
Your own little. It's too much. It's just too much.
Too much for Marvel and the fans, but I love seeing that struggle that Reed has of his own personal ambitions and wanting to do great things, kind of like Tony Stark. They have a lot of similarities in certain storylines in the comic books and in the runs where we see Reed Richards turn into the Maker. It's similar stuff. He starts out as a great guy with great intentions and makes bad decisions that cost his loved ones. Yeah, inevitably wants that suit of armor.
I don't know who that is, so that's awesome.
To build, yeah. So it's a bad guy version of Mr. Fantastic is the Maker. So long story short, so
that's fun.
With there being the multiverse aspects, that could be a lot of fun.
It's not outside the realm.
Yeah,
but I feel just like you. Like, yeah, you're probably reading too much into it because. This
is why I love these movies more before they come out. You know, because then
there's so many thoughts and the possibilities are endless. Then they happen,
and then
they're very ended.
Great, good stuff.
Yep. Yeah. So 7 for me, probably the same for you. In the realm.
Yeah, lock that in. We'll go with 7s across the board. It's
Double
decent.
7s, folks. Good, not great.
Probably gave away too
Bad
much
reveal.
for my taste.
Yeah, just shouldn't have revealed Franklin, but. It's part of it. Kev, happy birthday to you. Thank you for joining me tonight. For anybody watching this, please like, subscribe, share. Come on down. We're going to be posting more of this one-off content. If you like what you saw, we're live every Monday at 6 p.m. Eastern on the Weekly Dweeb, talking our favorite entertainment stories of the week. And for the next month, every Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern on Han Shot First, talking about Andor right now. 3-episode arcs. Kev, outside of those shows, where can they find you at?
That is right. Catch me over at work, Carnage Media PPV, right here on YouTube. You can catch the free fights and our matches from previous cards over at youtube.com/Carnage Media PPV. And you can catch all of the new and upcoming events live on CarnageMediaPPV.com. Other than that, look for new content coming on Bite Size Sports. But most importantly, like James said, if you enjoyed what you saw, leave us a like, subscribe to dDweeb, because we have more videos coming along with our 2 weekly streams. Isn't that right, James?
Yes, sir. A lot more coming. So thank you guys for joining us. This is Preview Review. Until next time.